Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are going to be taking a first look at the Great War Western Front, a upcoming game that is being developed by Petroglyph Games and published by Frontier Foundry. This is a World War I real-time tactical war game that also includes strategic elements in a campaign map of the Western Front in World War I. Now, we did look a little bit at the campaign as part of a video that I did the other day on my YouTube channel. So tonight we're actually going to be taking, or I guess depending on when you're watching this, we're going to be taking a first look at the historical battles. This is the demo that is going to be available on Monday, the 6th through the 13th, I believe, as part of Steam Next Fest. And what I'm playing is what you'll get access to. So you will get access to the campaign. You'll also get access, you'll get access to a tutorial of the campaign, as well as a couple of post-tutorial turns. And then you'll also get access to one historical battle, the Battle of Second Passchendaele. And then the full game comes out on the 30th. I believe if you pre-order, you get the game a couple of days early. With that being said, let's jump right in here to take a look at the historical battles. Yeah, I know you recommend I do the tutorial, but I've already done that. All right, the Second Battle of Passchendaele. What remained of Passchendaele when the Canadian forces arrived was a hellish landscape of mud, artillery craters, and burned trees. After gaining a foothold, the Canadian commander executed a multi-phase plan to push the Germans out of what was left of the town. Using simultaneous attacks backed up by intricate rolling barrage maneuvers, the Canadian forces managed to push the Germans out of the area. The Battle of Passchendaele is remembered by many as a symbol of how horrific war can be, but also as a symbol of national pride for Canadians who were able to achieve a near impossible feat.
Belgium, October 1917. Dear Mother, I'm writing to you on the eve of a great event. Conrad and I wanted to write something down for you while we had the time, and he's occasionally giving me words to add. I can't tell you where we are, but I can tell you it is far less pleasant than the other parts of Belgium I have seen. This place may once have been a fine place to live, but now it is nothing but a tremendous field of cold, wet mud and shell holes filled with water. I have seen many men fall into the mud and need 3 or 4 more men to drag them out. Not a blade of grass or tree remains, and the village that was once here is nothing but a few heaps of bricks. The Germans are well placed behind their ridge. We've been shelling them for days, but they remain resolute. Anyone who looks over the trench for more than a few seconds is shot. Those Germans may be many things, but they are not bad shots. To their credit, they do not seem inclined to fire on our stretcher bearers, who are working tirelessly in the knee-deep mud to bring back the injured. I must conclude this letter now, as our regiment is readying for a sortie on the lines. We must push the Germans away from the ridge and their guns. I pray this letter reaches you, and know that Conrad and I are looking out for each other. I remain your affectionate son, Len.
Conrad, eh? That sounds like a particularly German name. In any event, our orders are to capture Passchendaele, control point Z, and hold it. November 1917, so that would be... Tanks should exist by this point, I think. I don't know if we'll have them in our attack. Our artillery is ready to support the initial attack, but make sure you stay on schedule. You have a limited supply of command, cap, and reserves, but completing objectives will grant you more. Follow behind the rolling barrages will make it easier to capture control point Z. The mission fails if you're unable to take point Z on time. The battle pauses when you're presented with information or choices. You can take your time to read the content. Command needs us to retake the town from the entrenched Germans and hold it until reserves arrive. Our artillery bombardment will begin at 6 a.m., so study your maps and get some sleep and be prepared to follow on schedule. Okay. Alright, so this appears to be the objective we have to take. Forward up here near Z. There's going to be an artillery barrage, I believe a free artillery barrage that we get. That's the siege barrage that will begin, that we can follow in. We can also add additional artillery by using our own artillery that's already on the map. Looks like we've got 3 batteries of light guns and 2 of heavy, so we can also use that to support us. So point Z for the Germans seems to be a little bit out in advance. Like, I'm not sure entirely what's all here. Can I buy any reserves at this stage? No. I have, for the historical battle, I have to keep what we've got on the map. So let's take a look here. We've got 19 units on the map right now. We've got some observation balloons. I don't know why that observation balloon is out in front of our trenches. That seems silly. They should be behind the lines. But it looks like we've got these guys all along the line, and then not much to the left. Pretty much empty trenches to the left. Maybe we doubled up in the center there to strengthen our positions here. So I think it's a pretty straightforward direct advance on the enemy. I don't see where any flanking fire is going to come in here. It looks like this point Z is kind of out here, out ahead of the rest of the German lines, I think. I don't see any trenches to the right, and our balloons are not far off. Can I issue any orders at this stage? No. All I can do is sort of look at the map. Okay. So let's begin the battle. Can I pause? Right. So there's the German objective. Oh, is it? It's cinematic mode. Gotcha. Raising balloons to coordinate targets for incoming siege barrage. Stand by. Let's wait for the balloons to go up. There we go. All right, balloon appears to be up, so we can see the enemy has artillery, or has machine gun nests here and here. They're kind of in a... It's interesting, like if we advance directly on Z, we'd obviously get our flanks torn up. But it looks like they're kind of... like, I don't know, this doesn't look like a terribly defensible front position here. They do have balloons over here on the right flank and other units further back, but I think the advance on point Z directly will be pretty clear. Let's do this as part of our barrage. We're going to launch precision barrages on these artillery, or on these machine gun nests. See if we can't knock them out. So we are going to consume our supply. We've got 500 supply here in the lower left-hand corner, by the way. All right, these guys fire rolling barrages, which we might want some help with. So we're going to use a harassing barrage here on this machine gun nest, so these guys won't fire. These guys will be targeted directly. I think we're just going to send these 4 battalions, or these, I guess we'll do this. We'll send these 2 battalions. I'm not sure where the artillery barrage starts, so let's... So we kind of jumped the gun maybe a little bit by hitting these guys early. All right, there's where the artillery barrage is going to start. So let's... send these guys toward this trench. Send these guys toward this trench here on the left. 2 units can go in any individual trench, as you can see here. 1 in the firing line, 1 behind it. We are also going to use our own rolling barrage, if I can. Oh, we've got to set it further forward. That's fine. Do I want to right click on that or left? Let's actually hold off on that for the second. Okay. Unpause. So the boys are going over the top. We're already pounding these machine gun nests. We haven't destroyed them yet. All right, the barrage should be coming in. I don't want to like walk my men into it. There you go. This is the automated sort of free barrage, if you will. So our troops are going to follow that in. I don't know how far in that goes. Let's pause. Let's do this. Let's suppression barrage. Let's do this here. Because our own barrage is gonna. Fuck. I think I'm gonna walk into that. Might have to hold up here. Can I cancel that? No, it doesn't look like it.
Set positions. Suppress at that location.
All right. Suppress these guns. I think they'll both be suppressed if I fire here. For sure this guy will.
Teams ready. Suppression fire ordered. We have our targets.
All right. Don't walk into it. I think it's just in front of me. Yeah. All right, I dropped it just in front of me. All right, so we're getting hit a little bit in the flank from some machine gun fire over here, although not very much, not very effectively. Our boys are in the trench. Looks like they've got the edge here in this particular fight, so you can see these boys are crossing into the trench and engaging the Germans in there. They never had a clear shot at us. Very well optimized artillery bombardment there. We're gonna move these boys forward into this trench and probably bring them forward as reserves, but we're gonna have to eliminate the enemy MGs first. I'm not sure what the most effective way to do that is. My artillery is still cooling down, if you will. So let's keep suppressing the enemy MGs here on this flank. And then it looks like our infantry in their assault into these trenches did toss some grenades and knocked out this machine gun bunker or nest or whatever. So we've got the edge here. This little indicator seems to tell us what direction the fighting is going. So the blue is indicating the Canadians have the edge here. We are taking casualties, but the Germans took more than us. And so we kind of overwhelmed them there. We've got both of these left flank trenches in our control. We could advance through the trenches. Let's pause here. We could advance through the trenches. Oh shit. Are we gonna rolling barrage in on ourselves again? I sure hope they don't hit the trenches I'm in. Let's do this. I think we can move into this trench line. And then we'll move these boys over here. And I think they'll just move through the trench. I think. Please don't get out of the trench. Well, actually, why don't you... Can I halt? Get back in. All right, these guys should move through the trench. God damn it, they got out. Oh, no, they got right back in. All right. So now I want you to move this way. Those trenches are open, and so you should be able to move through the trenches without exposing yourself. Good.
Ready yourselves.
Okay. So we're just shifting our troops over to the left flank of this trench line here, while the artillery probably is about to drop in on top of us.
Attention.
And to that extent, let's go ahead and advance these guys behind. Oh, it looks like we knocked out another one of these MG nests. Let's advance these guys behind that artillery. So we'll take these two Canadian battalions and advance them behind that artillery.
We have new orders. We have new orders.
And then we'll advance these guys also behind that artillery. So we're just trying to slowly, incrementally advance our ways up the front here. Long-range artillery holding for clearance. What do I have to do to holding from clearance? Oh shit, they're not going to shoot? Because I'm in the path? Okay, I mean, I guess that's smart. But now I've got to take my own arty and deal with these guys. So we'll do a heavy artillery barrage there.
Hold them up. Incoming order for rolling barrage. Start the barrage.
All right. Okay, we're going to bring our rolling barrage down this way. Oh, these guys are losing heavily as they try and advance up on this line. All right, so we knocked out that enemy machine gun nest. These companies are advancing. Uh-oh. They were advancing relatively unharmed. They'll at least get one. Oh, no, one of the first battalion or company or whatever it is got into the trench. So did the second, but they got overwhelmed by the defenders. Okay. So we are going to lose a few companies here. Let's move this company here. Trying to look for the strongest companies that are already in these trenches. They should move through the trenches and just down the trench line here. All right, so we're now in hand-to-hand combat here. We should win this one also, although one of these companies may get shot up a bit. How long do we have? We've got 3 minutes to capture point Z. We got to take out this company and probably this one too. All right, boys. Sorry to do it to you again, but go get them. Units in this game do not regain health, by the way. In the battle, anyway. Okay, I think we're gonna lose this attack. Yeah, both those battalions are gonna lose. Move one of them forward. That's also while we're fighting here in hand-to-hand combat and we're bleeding ourselves dry.
Take firing positions.
Let's advance some reserves up this way. Oh, we got some commandos. That's nice. Those are better troops in hand-to-hand combat anyway.
Attention.
Well, advance here.
Move out.
We'll take these two in advance here. And then we're gonna drop some arty.
We have rolling barrage orders. Fire all guns. Teams ready.
There's our precision artillery here to bombard these guys in this trench.
Be ready, boys. Set for barrage.
And here.
We have new orders. We can't win this.
All right, so we're actually doing better here in this fight. Looks like we are gonna win this one. By the looks of it.
Stand by for ready on the fire step. Ready yourselves. Get in position.
All right, we're taking fire.
Ready for fire orders. For rolling barrage. Fire on that position. We're lost. Attention.
Come on, boys, keep going.
We have new orders. Ready on the line.
Are we not taking this? Oh God, am I dropping already on myself? Am I not taking this objective yet?
New orders. On the line.
I don't think there's any enemy troops currently in this zone of control. Anyway, it looks like we should be
Stand by for order.
overwhelming these guys here.
Ready yourselves.
Okay. All right, so the enemy is overwhelmed. We're taking point Z. Do I have any enemy reserves left? I've used all of my infantry that's on the line here. We can use some points to bring in some reserves. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's spend 30 supply and bring in...
Ready on the fire step.
Oh, am I not?
Get in position. Ready on the line.
Am I not actually picking...
On the line.
Reporting for duty. Reinforcements reporting.
All right, we'll take 2 raiders.
Reporting for duty.
And let's also bring some reinforcements back here to fill in the lines of ours that were emptied. And keep pushing forward here. So point Z will be ours here momentarily. And then we will see what happens next. Okay, the town has been secured and we're moving up some machine guns to help dig in. Command is granted as reinforcements, but their attention is split between multiple fronts. We can request one of 2 available reserves. 20 Canadian infantry reserves, command cap increased by 5, and we get 500 additional supply, or we can get 20 Canadian Raiders reserves and 750 supply. So the Raiders are way better in both trench well, I don't know if their rate of fire is as good against incoming enemy troops, but their trench combat is definitely better. They're better for assaulting positions. Right now we have 76 infantry companies in reserve, only 8 raiders. Raiders do cost more supply. I think the increased cap is the real benefit here, is you can go from 19 to 24 units that you can use. But I think the units we have might be sufficient as long as we have supply. So let's choose the supply. You can see the number went up to 28. Supply went up to 1,000. And now our objective is to hold control point Z. We also have some machine gun nests which were given to us and sort of spawned in here. It doesn't, interestingly enough, it doesn't look like we have any. It doesn't look like we have any dugout or like command center that we can hide in. So the one thing that's kind of neat about this game is certain positions you can have like dugouts, if you will. All right, so they're going to try and counterattack point Z. Artillery is useful in incoming attacks, but cost supply. Make sure to continue to reinforce your position by bringing up fresh reserves. Troops that you order to retreat don't count against the bonus objective total, so manage accordingly, and raising balloons will ping the location of enemy air attacks or enemy attacks. Are our balloons raised? I think they currently are. They are. Okay. So you can see the enemy attacks are coming in up here, it looks like. So the enemy has another line back this way. And we have troops moving into position. We also have some reserves coming up from what we had purchased earlier to reinforce our position. So the enemy's attacking point Z. We've got 2 units up on the front step for both of those forward positions. Our right flank is unguarded.
Attention on the line. We have new orders. Firing positions. We have new orders. Ready on the fire step.
Lose less than 15 infantry. Okay. All right, the enemy's coming in masses. You can see quite a few enemy units coming in here. 5 infantry units that we've spotted. No sign of an enemy artillery barrage yet.
Get in position.
Do they have enemy units to the right that can launch an attack against us? I guess they kind of do from over there. So, like, it might be smart to withdraw some of these units because their strength is pretty low. And it won't count against our cap here. We also don't really have any barbed wire out front, it doesn't look like, to slow the enemy down. But we are butchering these guys pretty easily. They're coming in with no artillery. So we wiped that attack out pretty easily. I'm guessing they're going to start shooting arty at me. I could fire at them, but that would consume supply, which I'd rather not. Yep, here we go. Here's the enemy artillery. They're hitting this machine gun nest here on the left.
We have new orders. Ready on the line.
Right, let's pull this infantry unit out of where the barrage might come. Another barrage coming in here on these commandos. Oh god, why are these guys in the open? Shit. Get out of there, boys. Oh, I left that unit. I must have filled up their trenches and they had nowhere to go. Don't all die. I'll withdraw you. Oh god. And they died. Or no, they didn't. They got into the trench. Okay. This unit's health and morale are both incredibly low. So let's withdraw them. Let's also withdraw this unit.
We're withdrawing.
They might die in the process. I guess we'll see. I don't know if they have to, like, get out before... Oh, shit. They're coming on the right flank, huh? Yeah, these guys are coming over and just dying. All right, this counterattack is not very effective, and I'm going to save my supply. So not call barrages down on them. We have to hold for another 3 minutes. So far, so good.
Stand by for orders. Everyone pull back. Ready yourselves. On the line.
And these guys are dying in fruitless counterattacks. Oh, they're bombarding the machine gun nest on our right flank now, huh? While they're bringing infantry forward. So that's smart. Enemy bombers are sighted. All right, so let's bring in an air superiority mission. We want to make sure to protect our balloons.
Orders to take out their pilots.
Because they can shoot down your balloons. Weird. Which troops have to go here to this trench? That's part of the line seems empty. AI should not be moving troops forward in column like that. That is foolish. Okay, do we see any bombers? I don't see any. Can I order my fighters to do stuff? I don't know if I can tell them to do anything once they're on the map. Because it'd be cool if I could tell them to go get the enemy balloons.
This requires your attention.
Like, shoot that thing down. Enemy bombers are incoming. Our fighters just, like, flew off somewhere. Oh, now they're engaging. But they're going to totally get their bombs off. They're one bomb. And that machine gun nest died. Artillery bombardment, that one on that nest. Hey, we got the bomber though.
Arms up, boys.
Did we lose a balloon? I didn't see. Canadian infantry surrendered. Well, that's our first of 15 units lost.
Attention.
All right, these guys are dying up front.
We have new orders. Full withdraw. Stand by for orders. We're pulling back.
Ready for orders. Take positions.
Okay, we got to hold for another minute 30. We've withdrawn several units out of our front. Oh god. All right. Now might be the time to use some arty.
Hold them up. Ready, full barrage. Start the barrage.
Okay.
Set positions. Prep for barrage.
These guys are moving like that. Okay.
Load for area barrage. Fire all guns.
Okay.
Teams ready. Load for suppressing barrage.
Oh god.
We have our targets.
All right. This is just the demo based on what's going to be available on. Oh, wow. Do you guys see that? Holy shit. That already just tore into that column. The guys were flying everywhere. I wasted the rest of the barrage behind them, but those two columns got shredded. All right. These guys are dead. They're bombarding our right flank.
Be ready, boys. Suppression barrage ordered. Fire.
The suppression barrage is like light artillery, so kind of think like French 75s. They don't do as much damage, but they do at least prevent them from firing. They kind of harass them a bit. But this is just a demo, Alameth. It's a demo of what's gonna come out that they've given access to. Let's just have fun with this, okay, guys?
Fire on that position.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, we didn't even do that much damage. I guess the one unit kind of got hit. All right, well, we lost the machine gun nest on our right flank. I don't think a single enemy battalion coming to the trench line is going to be enough, though. It's not. They're dead. So we've lost most of our machine gun nests. We lost both nests on the right. Lost one in the center here. One, I'm not sure what else. Eliminate the German command. The German forces have stalled for now, but they'll regroup, take advantage of the lull, and push to their command trench. It's also vital that we continue to hold Passchendaele control point Z against possible assaults. Command has also redirected some bombers to our position to help weaken the enemy defenses. Okay. So we need to call in some reinforcements. We got 25 minutes to take the German command trench up here. Bonus objective is also to command point X and Y on either flank. And I think... No, we don't have any infantry here. There's also barbed wire in front. Could be barbed wire. Could be razor wire also. So we have some spare capacity. All right, the right flank I think is secure-ish. We've got 3 fairly strong units on the right. The center's a little weak, so we're going to put this guy here.
Take firing positions.
And then we're going to call in reinforcements of infantry. Can they not? Can I not tell them to? All right, I'll have to remember to put them in. All right, so I'm going to put in 2 units here, and then do we think 4 units is enough to assault this enemy position? If we put enough artillery behind it, it might be. They're going to come on the map here, so let's do...
Reinforcements ready.
We're just going to do commandos, which is a lot of... I just spent 120 supply. I can hit the enemy artillery too, yeah. Your ability to keep casualties low is commendable. Why, thank you. Alright, so units moving forward. The balloon busting aircraft mission can make short work of enemy balloons and reduce their ability to target long-range attacks. How much do I have to pay for air support, though? That feels like a lot. Go get them, boys.
Balloon busting mission.
Here they come. Is it going to be just like shooting down a Chinese balloon? Secure the flanks. Capturing control points X and Y will secure our flank and relieve some pressure on the other parts of the assault line. When secured, command will redirect resources to help us take the German command trench. It'll also open up new supply routes and allow us to reinforce much closer to the enemy territory. Okay. That's good. You guys gonna bust the balloon or not? Like, what are you guys doing? I did choose the right type of mission, didn't I? I'm just gonna fly around and do nothing? Vince, thanks for the resub. Appreciate the support. There we go. Bust it. Oh, that's gonna take for frickin' ever. Let's get to work. All right. So these 2 command units are gonna attack the left trench.
Get in position.
These 2 commando units are gonna attack the right trench.
Dig in, boys.
We're going to use a heavy artillery bombardment against the enemy here. We're going to use a harassing barrage against the enemy artillery here. And a harassing barrage against the enemy trench mortars. Oh, I can't reach those with that. What about this? Oh, can't reach that either. Great. Can't do that either. Okay, well, I guess that's the artillery that's in range. All right, let's also do this.
Incoming order for rolling barrage. We have our targets.
Shit. Can you guys not be in a column formation? That seems like a bad idea.
Take the trench. Attention. Ready the line. Can't win.
Well, we lost one of our units.
Arms up.
Load them up.
2.
Set positions.
We're going to lose all of them, aren't we?
Surrender.
All right, they knocked out the MG at least. So we lost 120 supply, and all we did was knock out one enemy MG. Gotcha. Well, we could launch an assault from the left flank
Ready on the fire step.
to support. We could send 2 units west. rather than spend a bunch more supply that I'm... The whole point of attacking the left flank is it gives me more supply to hit the enemy center.
Ready for orders.
So let's do this.
New orders incoming.
Okay, we'll send 3 battalions. I'm calling them battalions, but I'm pretty sure they're companies. This way. Shit. Send an MG up that way.
Teams ready. Suppression barrage ordered. Be ready, boys. Suppress at that location. Fire.
They're hitting me in the flank. All right. Shut them down.
Ready for fire orders. We have rolling barrage orders. Fire on that position.
Put your weapons down.
All right, we at least destroyed the enemy balloon. All right, their trench mortars here are shooting at us on our advance as well.
Load them up. Suppression fire ordered. Set position. Set for barrage. Start the barrage.
All right, we've got all this barbed wire to move through. I'm wondering if it would have made sense to use artillery to get through the lines. We did get some troops into that line. Some of these guys over here. But they died right away. I got my commandos into this trench, but they're dying right away. Okay, so I'm going in, I would say, too conservatively. So let's do this. It's cheaper. We'll do...
We have arrived and await orders. Looks like we're late to the party. Ready for orders.
So we're going to bring in 7 battalions here. I don't know how much more supply I get either. Like, that's the other question. But a whole bunch of reserves are coming forward here. I don't want to attack the command trench either, even though that's our primary objective, because then we've been advancing between 2 HQs, and it feels like that would be problematic. Like, it feels like that would just be getting ourselves
We have new orders.
overextended. All right, switch everybody into skirmish formation. Skirmish formation! Fan out! All right.
Stand by for orders. Get in
You
position.
guys are going to attack the left.
Ready yourselves.
You will attack
Ready on the
the center.
Attention.
You guys will... Well, no, you should
On
attack
the
here.
line. We have new orders. Take firing positions. Teams ready. Prep for rolling barrage.
This should help destroy the
Fire all guns.
barbed wire, I think.
Be ready, boys.
I don't have a smoker option there, which would be interesting.
Rolling barrage coordinates set. Load for rolling barrage. We have our targets.
All right, go boys. I do think you get some cover from the smoke. I'm pretty sure that the game said you do. That's why you wanted to advance behind the siege barrage before. That was weird. There was like one rear shot there. The enemy's launching artillery against my attack. My troops are advancing into the lines. Did I leave my commandos behind? I did. All right, we're winning on the left. It's a close run thing here on the right. We're losing in the center.
Put your weapons down.
Okay.
We can't win this.
let's move this infantry into hand-to-hand combat. So we lost on the right. We're going to move our infantry in for hand-to-hand combat against these commandos, so hopefully they don't shoot at me.
Ready for fire orders.
Use my artillery here to hit these guys. These light guns will harass.
Fire on that position.
Should prevent any trench mortars from shooting at me. And our commandos are in the trench, and we are overwhelming these enemy commandos, which, by the way, commandos are much better at trench fighting, for what it's worth.
Stand by for orders.
So let's advance onto this trench, which is already pretty weakened. They're going to use their grenades against the enemy artillery.
The brass wants this piece of ground.
All right, so we are taking this objective.
Ready for orders.
They're slowly eliminating the enemy artillery. So we took a lot of casualties. I'm curious how much more I'll get in the way of supply for taking this objective. Can I just move them up here? I really want them to grenade this trench mortar. I get, like, score, I guess, for defeating enemy units here. I've now lost 13 units, by the way, so that bonus of lose less than 15 is kind of out the door. There we get 55, whatever. I don't even know what the score is. Okay, how about you, like, fuck. Got myself killed. I didn't mean for them to not get back in the trenches. They got hit by the enemy trenches over here on the right. All right, flank secured. Securing this flank has relieved some pressure on the front. Command is reporting additional companies artillery supply your way with an aid to help you command your increased forces. The new supply routes will allow you to reinforce from this area. If you can take the other flank, it'll free up additional resources for you. The closer artillery position will make it easier to attack the German command trench. Your new forward position increased command cap makes it easier to reinforce and launch counterattacks. Okay, so we got free artillery? Or no? Doesn't look like it. Does it mean the closer artillery? I got like 300 more supply. It was not worth it. Unless there's something that's about to appear on the map.
Reporting
Oh, there we go.
duty.
Oh, shit. Control point capture. So we get points. The additional companies and artillery from command have arrived and then you have the secured flank. So the cap increases to 22. Here's the artillery. So we got a new artillery battalion or battery. And then we did get some reinforcements here by the looks of it. It looks like 2 infantry companies. Probably not. Still not really worth it, but.
Ready on the fire step. Attention! Get in position. Ready on the line.
The artillery might be worth it. I'm not sure. All right. Well, do we want to spend... No, you can't move the artillery up mid-battle, so, like... We've got 17 more minutes to take this central objective back here through what looks like a hellish number of lines. And there's a mixture of, like, barbed wire and razor wire, I think. Razor wire does more damage to you. So the frontal attack definitely goes through much more wire to get there. The flank attack, not as much. Just one wire. There's one exposed trench out front. And it doesn't even look like all of these trench lines have troops in them, at least from what we can see here. So that might be the way. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for today's first look at the historical battle of Second Passchendaele. This is The Great War, Western Front by Petroglyph and published by Frontier Foundries. This is a demo that is available today in Steam Next Fest through the 13th. So this battle is available. You can also play through the tutorial and a couple of turns in the campaign itself. We will finish the Battle of Second Passchendaele in our next video, which will come out tomorrow. And if you're interested in checking the game out, there's a, like I said, demo on Steam available for free during the Steam Next Fest. The game itself in its full entirety, including the full campaign, including more historical battles, and also including a skirmish mode and multiplayer, is going to be coming out on the 30th of March. It is available for pre-order, so if that's your thing, that allows you to get the game as early as the 27th. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this first look. And it was from a live stream on my Twitch channel from last night, so I guess it was technically a sneak peek at that point in time, but not now, not now that you're watching on YouTube. Anyway, guys, we'll pick this up tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your thoughts below, and until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.